What I'm about to show you has been considered by experts to be the most important health breakthrough since penicillin, and it has the power to make a dent in a $5 trillion problem. The World Health Organization predicts that 10 million people will die from antimicrobial resistance by 2050. Antimicrobial resistance is when medicines no longer work in treating infectious diseases in humans, animals and plants, and it comes from the misuse and overuse of these medicines such as antibiotics. But now, thanks to the research from UWA and two keen entrepreneurs, that could all be about to change. Dr. Maud Eichenbaum and Dr. Andrew Barker from a company called Lixa are passionate entrepreneurs who have a history in pharmaceutical development. So Maud, this journey started when you were looking to treat your son's recurring illness. So can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yes, so my son was really unwell, and he was unwell for about 7 years, and he slept most of the time. And what he had was what's called a polymicrobial biofilm infection. And when we looked at that, we realized that's way bigger than we thought it was. It wasn't just his illness, it also affects glute ear, urinary tract infections, implant infections, and it just goes on, lung infections. So this is something that's much bigger than we ever thought it was.
So you've mentioned biofilm, so how does that relate to antibiotics?
Pathogenic bacteria are under threat when they come into our body. So they hunker down and they create colonies to protect themselves, and they secrete this kind of slime, this goo. And they hide in that. So the immune system knows they're there but can't get at them. Antibiotics, when they come through the system, also bounce off, so they can't even get to the bacteria. However, these bacteria learn from those antibiotics. So the next time the antibiotics come, they're now resistant. And we virtually have these colonies sitting in our bodies that we really need to treat, and we can't get at them.
You've discovered this amazing new drug. What next?
I got introduced to a group of scientists, and they had what they called an anti-biofilm drug. And we were like, this is exactly what we needed for Jonathan. And with our pharmaceutical background, of course, UWA's research capabilities, and then also some support from SERI, we could actually bring it all together and create what's now Lixa.
So can you tell me a little bit more about how the anti-biofilm drug works?
Yeah, so it's a small molecule. And this drug you can use with any antibiotic. It's very compatible. It's water soluble, so easy to use. It's cheap to produce. You can scale it, which is also very, very important if you want to treat as many people as possible. And this drug, when it goes to a biofilm colony, it makes the whole colony collapse and makes the bacteria vulnerable again to the cheapest antibiotics. And that is key.
80% of long-standing bacterial problems are due to biofilms, and biofilm bacteria are up to 1,000-fold more resistant to antibiotics. These antibiotics need help from drugs that break down the biofilm slime and reverse resistance. And Lixa's new drug is not just designed for humans.
You can also use it for animals. You could use it as a preventative, so you could prevent the use of antibiotics for livestock management. You can use it to clean ship hulls. You can use it to kind of deal with industrial corrosion. So it's a real big opportunity. Because these biofilm colonies are what we call ubiquitous. They're very similar across different type of contaminations, whether that's in the human body or anywhere else. As long as there's water involved, you get a biofilm. Lixa is starting clinical trials with cystic fibrosis patients amongst those included. This innovation has global impact. It will save millions of dollars and create hundreds of jobs in the Australian economy.